I waited all the way until the next Titan rollover to open my Titan crystal that I ended up forming from initial Necropolis completion. I was really hoping for Onslaught, Bullseye, and White Tiger, to be honest. All three of them would have been 7 stars I would have absolutely killed to get from the rollover. And we're going to end up getting a Kushala. And I am so excited for this. Kushala just looks like an absolute blast to use, and I've never been able to use her before at all, and I have the 7-star version, so I'm super hyped for this. I'm going to show you my 2 Titan pulls that I have. My first one was Gladiator. It just felt so bad pulling him as my first Titan pull. He's completely useless right now. I made like a 30-minute video on how bad he is, and he's getting a rebalance. And we'll know the info for that, I think, next month or maybe the month after, but I'm not sure. But he is getting a buff, and I'm sure they'll do him right. But Kushala definitely does not need a rebalance, definitely does not need a buff. She is so good right now, and I'm just going to show you some quick gameplay of her as a 7-star rank 1 un-ISO'd. I haven't given her ISO yet. I'm one of those people who only levels up champs during level up event, which is late tomorrow night, so I'll get to that. And then I'm just showing you a bunch of test dummy fights. I'll actually make some more content on her like as soon as she's ISO'd and as soon as I get the according fights to it. I'm excited to make content on Kushala, of course, but for now you're just going to see some test dummy fights if you're interested. And again, this is un-ISO'd, so her damage isn't even that good at the moment, or not as good as it could be, but I'm playing her as well as I can play her. I'm not a Kushala expert. I don't know exactly how you're supposed to use her right now. But from what some friends have told me, this is the rotation I came up with, where you start with an SP2 and then spam a bunch of SP1s right after. I've also heard you should alternate SP2 and SP1, just back and forth. But the rotation I did was stack a bunch of Incinerates while that Soul Barb is up. You can see now I have 29 of them, and just let them tick for as much as they can. And we're going to do a bunch of SP1s if we can help it to pause them. I should have thrown an SP1 instantly there just to milk a bit more of the duration of those Incinerates, but it's not that big a deal. They are falling off, so our damage is also kind of falling off, but if she was ISO'd, this wouldn't be much of a problem. And I did just get comboed at the end by Winter Soldier, but I'm going to show you Realm of Legends Captain Marvel after, where we have class advantage, and then this fight's just so easy. She just does so much damage against Captain Marvel. It's going to be a really fun time to see. Another thing I should point out is that I do have a 6-star duped Scarlet Witch relic on Kushala. I don't really have any blessing-themed mystics ranked up, and until I got her, I really just never had a purpose for it other than Tigra for just a little bit more ability power rate and stuff. But now that I have Kushala, it's a perfect fit for her. The relic does help her a lot with both ability power rate and ability accuracy on special attacks. It just does a lot of what you want the Blessing Relic to do. For Kushala, it's very beneficial. I'm going to throw this SP2 here, place the initial Soul Barb, and then we're going to start nullifying our ignition buffs. I don't know what I was doing there, but either way, we throw the SP1. I have 5 out of 5 Mystic Dispersions, so we have plenty of power gain from placing them. Kushala only gains Mystic Dispersion power by placing buffs and not when they expire, like normal, or when they're nullified. And in her case, it is really nice. It probably would be completely busted. It would be completely busted, not even probably, if it works the other way, because you're nullifying so many buffs. And yeah, this Realm of Legends Captain Marvel is going to go down in under a minute without any ISO, which, that's pretty crazy, man. Her damage is really good once you get the initial ramp going. So I'm going to show off against 641 Deadpool, and this is what a BG's health pool usually looks like. This is kind of a 6-star rank 3 BG's health pool, which is close to what a 7-star un-ISO'd is. I think Kushala has a bit more attack than what a regular 6-star rank 3 would be. But either way, we're just going to show you the initial rotation again, where I'm just going to throw my SP2 first, and then we're going to go for an SP1, just nullify those ignition buffs, and then we get just a bunch of incinerates, and it feels really good. So we throw the SB1 with a lightning combo, and then they've got 14 ticking. They are just hitting really hard, about 10k per second, and then we nullify even more of them, and he's dead. So yeah, there's the Deadpool one, and then I'll show you Venom the Duck as my last fight. This is basically a 6-star rank 4 on defense, and we're going to have class advantage for this one, which is really nice. So again, same rotation, but class advantage, so the incinerates and soul barb, and just everything else is hitting a good bit harder. And yeah, there's not really much to say about the end of the fight, so I'm just going to kind of close out the video here. I'm really happy with pulling Kushala. So much happier than I was with Gladiator, who again I just think is really bad, and really interested in how they're going to rebalance him. Excited for that. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, you can like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one, hopefully with a lot more Kushala gameplay coming soon. So have a good one.